Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. I woke up, there you go, to a nice light show. Thunder in the distance. And like every scared dog in town, you can see there's a storm going just north of us. Lots of lightning in the distance. I'm going to watch the light show for a while and go back to sleep for a few hours. Feels like the wind has picked up a bit. But the sun is up. It's supposed to be sunny for an hour or so. And then the winds are really going to come. Good morning, friends. Still in Rockport, not far from the Fulton border. Happy Sunday. Right at the entrance to Rockport Beach, cultural interface. My favorite art display here in Rockport. 3 Karankawa on the left, then a pirate, a conquistador, and a monk. Shows you some of the history of this area. I think what we're going to do is go into Rockport Beach and I'll get washed up, clean clothes, use the restroom, and maybe take a drive over to Port Aransas. The sun's up. A little bit of wind. Time to hit the road. I think it's going to be a good day for us kids. Thanks for riding along with me. I'm going to be fighting the wind all day, guys. I'll try to keep it out of the microphone as much as possible. This is a little rookery here in Rockport. Not the official rookery. It doesn't have a sign that says rookery. But now I see there goes a tri-colored heron. There's another one. I said this last week. As far as I know, this is their first time using this as a rookery. You can kind of see their heads sticking up. The seagulls have always used it and some of the smaller birds, but I've seen tri-colored heron in this area before. I just never knew that they used this as a rookery. So they'll mate and lay their eggs, and hopefully at some point we'll get to see some baby tri-colored herons. That would be neat. They say over 500 species of birds live or migrate here. But there's only one Kevin. Good morning, Kevin. 2 legs today. Nice. All right. We're heading south on Business 35. Going to make our way to the Port Aransas Ferry. Head over to Mustang Island. Got a little delay of people making right-hand turns without right-hand turn signals. If you hear something banging around, my wheelchair is very active this morning. Hey, we're playing the red light game. Yellow, yellow, red. Ran the red light. Write me up. Write me up. You don't even need a traffic camera. You just need to lift it from my video. That was quick, huh? Judge not, ye not be judged. That's a good one. Spent all last video complaining about people running the red light and Here I am today at the Redneck Riviera, running the red lights. Redneck to me is not a derogatory term. Redneck is the guy with the big pickup truck that knows how to MacGyver anything and hunts and fishes, goes to church, probably likes to have a beer or two, and will come pull you out of a ditch, but take pictures first, not to embarrass you, but that he can have those to show his friends so they can discuss better methods of getting people unstuck. They want to know what kind of truck were you driving when you pulled them out, what were they driving, how were they stuck, were they in the mud, were they in a ditch, were they in the sand, were they in the water. They are modern day MacGyvers. This area could actually use a professional team of the equivalent of 361 rescue, except there would be lawsuits for every rescue. Nothing ever changes in a small town, guys. Look at this. We got the road paved. Huh? Who's looking up cost of living right now? Who's moving to the area? I got messages from 3 different people that they're coming to see me today. Yeah, you might just want to check with me first. Could you imagine if I showed up in your town and said, I'm coming to see you today on a weekday? I don't mind meeting people, but I'm just not waiting around for people anymore. I've spent too much of my life waiting around for people, waiting at airports and waiting for people to call you back that never call back, and people that never show up. I'll give you about a minute or two, then I gotta go. And if you're coming to me to complain about your life problems, I got congestive heart failure and I live in a pickup truck. Hold my beer. I got whatever your story is, I got it beat. I just don't let it beat me. Speaking of beating me, how do billboards communicate? See a billboard there? Look at that. I'm topical with the humor. Our name says it all, the cart store. How do billboards communicate? That's an easy one. Sign language. Sign language. Hey, I know a bunch of you people had asked me about getting good video of the sand sculptures, and I'm just not able to do that. I couldn't get close enough in my truck, and I know that from previous years, and the sand isn't really friendly towards my walker or my wheelchair. If you go to my homepage in the post section, there's a link to Adventure America's video. They just put it out yesterday. Excellent job of showing the sand sculptures at this year's 2025 Sandfest. So, but that's my buddy Troy's channel. His wife Angela has a channel, Miss Adventure. Their dog Motley has a channel. I enjoy them all, and really good people. Good friends to me in the real world. I get to see them from time to time. When I was in the rehabs and the hospital, they came to see me quite often and helped me keep sane. So good people, so please check out their channels. Gas right here is $2.61 a gallon. I saw it $2.42 at HEB and Murphy's in front of Walmart this morning when I was heading towards Rockport Beach. So I haven't taken drugs yet. I have had coffee. I do have a Monster here that I haven't opened yet. And I'm kind of half washed up. I do have on clean clothes. Wherever the clothes touched, that's washed. But I figured when I go to get into Ferry, there might be a line. And that's when I can get caught up on my drugs and comment calls and shave and all that good stuff. Here's Steer Burger on the right. Haven't eaten from there in quite a while. Road's still paved, guys. Smooth like glass. How much is gas up at this station? $2.56. As you get out of town a little bit, when the gas stations are a little more spread out, $2.49 across the street. There you go. At the Shell. The prices tend to go a little higher. La Buena Vida development. Houses are starting to pop up in there. Well, since I'm holding it, let's give you another joke. What did the blanket say as it fell off the bed? What did the blanket say as it fell off the bed? Oh, sheet. Oh, sheet. You know who's going to find that funny? A Surfer. My buddy A Surfer. He's got a good channel and he's a good dude. He put out some shorts and an underwater video that he shoots himself. Sea turtles. He lives in Hawaii. Sea turtles underwater, and they must be pretty used to him because they'll come right up to his camera and just see what's going on. He's a good dude, good channel. Does a lot of nature videos, and he does they call it card ripping when you open up packs of cards. He's a card collector. And I find that interesting, but I do really love his nature photography. What is that, a Borden's symbol right in front of us for the last 10 minutes? Is that a Borden's truck? Borden's milk? Borden's dairy? There's the train tracks. Well, I think I will pause this until we get into, well, you know what? I'm going to let it roll. I'm going to let it roll. I had a really good day yesterday. I made that little video under 5 minutes. It probably took me about 4 hours to get all that done, but I got about 4 minutes worth of video around it. And I'm really working hard to keep my videos shorter during the week and then make a long one for Sunday. Sometimes I see the length of videos people are putting out and I'm like, I don't want to watch this. I don't care if it's the best video ever. I got things to do. The sun is shining. I got to read. I got to stare at the water. I got to clean stuff. Had a good cleaning day yesterday. Cleaned the back of my Leer Topper. If you're bored and you want to watch that video. And got a lot of stuff organized. I need to go through my big bag back there and get things in order. And my glove compartment had an accident. Not my glove compartment, my center console between the two front seats here had an accident. I had a bottle of Dawn in there, Dawn dish soap. Yep. I don't have a sink, but I got a bottle of Dawn. And apparently the cap popped and some of it came out. So there was Dawn on stuff and a nice layer at the bottom. So I had the time yesterday. I was watching my friend Valerie Reese's video while I was cleaning my glove compartment. And Valerie went, yesterday's video was her trip to Colombia. She was on a mission trip. and she says it the proper way. Medellin, Colombia, which was I know it is a really bad drug area, but there's bad spots everywhere now, but it looks like it was really cleaned up, and she helped a lot of people. Valerie and her husband Steve are Marines, non-active duty. You can't say retired Marine, right? Because once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine. We are in Aransas Pass, Texas. They got good tacos there on the right because there's always a line. That's the official way to tell if there's good tacos. We center the camera a little bit. I have some things to send to Frugal RV Gal that I picked up last week, and check her channel out, link in description. Same thing for Valerie Reese, link in description. And she's a nomad, so I'm waiting for her to send me an address of where she's going to be for a while, and so I can forward her a little box of goodies. I got to meet Frugal RV Gal last week before. Her and her dog Sammy Joe, who was just a sweetheart. I do love other people's dogs. Green light. Here we go. There's the Aransas Pass HEB. We used to go there quite a bit because they had things that you couldn't find anywhere else, like scrapple and Lebanon bologna and some other Italian meats. You could ask the deli manager there to order things for you, and they would. And if we ordered a roll of Lebanon bologna, we would get them to slice it for us, and they would ask you what setting you wanted each type of meat sliced on. But he couldn't get Haberset scrapple, which is the good scrapple in Philadelphia. But the one he got was okay. I don't remember the brand. It was one I never heard of, but it was good. We're on 361 now, heading towards the Port Aransas Ferry. We're going to go from Aransas County into Nueces County at some point. I'm just looking left and right, and things look a little muddy in the sand. Ferry wait line, 15 minutes. That's kind of what we want. That usually means some days you can just pull right up on the ferry, and some days you're going to have yourself a little bit of a wait. What's cool around here is the land is so flat. I can kind of look to the right and see way down there. I can see a ship sticking up over the sand dunes. I can't really tell if it's coming, going, if it's inward bound or outward bound. Hopefully it's outward bound. Some of the best footage I ever got was when you're on the ferry and a big ship goes by, and then the ferry goes immediately afterwards, so you're kind of right behind the ship. You get some unique perspectives. But we'll let this go. If we hit a line at the ferry, I'll pause it. To our left, we're getting a little bit of sunshine on the water. I can kind of make out the Lydia Ann Lighthouse. It'd be nice if you could drive out to the Lydia Ann Lighthouse, but you can only get there by boat, and it's private property. It would be neat if they did public tours. Guy on a bike stopping at the causeway. I'm kind of just looking around, checking our speed. Yeah, the sand that you can usually drive on the left and right is actually pretty muddy looking right now. Maybe they got a little bit more rain here than we got in Rockport, but I don't know. I haven't been over here in about a week. Probably do some filming over here today and then head back to Rockport. I have some appointments coming up. On Monday, I'm going to go to the mechanics and see about my engine light. And I can just about guarantee you that when I go to the mechanics, that engine light will not be on. And they'll be wondering what exactly is going on with my truck. And on Tuesday in the morning, I have a PCP, primary care physician appointment. And then in the afternoon, I have, what do I have? Physical therapy. Then the following week, I have a cardiologist appointment. So this is retirement. I was going to go fishing, but I thought I would go visit doctors and physical therapists instead. The sun just came out. The sun is shining. Doesn't look to be a whole big line at the ferry, so that's a good thing. Oh, that boat is just moored there. I think I was seeing from way back there. There's a couple boats moored to the right where they load and unload the parts for the wind turbines. There's usually stacks of blades there and other parts. I don't know where they're going. I used to know a guy who, I used to see him for a few months when I was working for Uber and Lyft, and he drove those parts, and they would be delivered here, and he would truck them to Fredericksburg. And he said he always did two trips a day, and some days it was even 3, depending on the how fast they could load and unload. And he always had a I'm drawing a blank on the little truck that rides with him. Make sure everything is okay. So it looks like the ferry line today is going to be to the light. That is not great. It is 8:36 in the morning on a Friday, and usually the lines aren't that long. I'm going to shut it down, guys. I'll pick it up in a little bit. Well, guys, I bailed on the line. It's at least an hour, if not more. Traffic's backed up past the traffic lights, and there's that line, and then they put you in the holding areas, and then you get on the ferry, and I just don't have that kind of time today. There's 2 really interesting vessels, and I can only kind of get half a video of one of them, but that's a offshore support vessel from the island of Man. Oh, it's flying the flag of the island of Man. And then there's one back here that I can't really get near or a good shot of, that is a huge offshore tugboat and supply ship, but the view is blocked from this area. So we'll see what else we can find today. So this is the line past the traffic light at the ferry, if you're familiar with that. And I don't know why it would be like that on a Friday at 8:53 a.m. People coming for vacation, I guess. But I just don't want to spend over an hour waiting in line, staring into the sun. I know you guys are going to find this hard to believe, but I got things to do. The longer I live, the more precious time is. Your days are literally numbered, and I don't want that number to be sitting in a ferry line. We might be back in a few days to go fishing here. When I talk to my friends about, I'm going to let them pick where we go fishing, and I think they want to try Packery Channel. Both sides of the channel, actually. Let's head down here. Nothing's behind me because only one ferry emptied. I don't think they have enough ferries going right now to meet the demand, just because, I don't know, maybe it was unexpected it would be this busy. This is Lighthouse Lakes Trails, City of Aransas Pass. And there is a boat ramp here. People come down here and go fishing. I think my buddy Troy did a video from here, maybe last year. We're almost down to the end of it, but we'll take a quick cruise. There we go. This little stretch of water goes from Con Brown Harbor up to right by Roberts Point Park. And I do apologize, guys, if we're getting a lot of wind here, because the wind just seems to be coming from all directions today. I did watch some good videos this morning. Matter of fact, it was odd when I woke up. There were only 2 videos waiting for me. C-Dub's Journey. There's another boat going out. It is really windy, guys. C-Dub's Journey. But it was just C-Dub talking into the camera. It was really good. I really enjoy her channel. She doesn't post a whole lot, but I do like her videos. And the link is in the description for that. Looks like they're getting ready to work on something, huh? Putting in new pilings, new bollards, if you will. I would imagine there's the old ones waiting to be picked up. Pretty cool. And then I watched a video, I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name, Dave Jeffries in Niagara Falls, USA, or in Niagara, USA. Link in description. Dave puts out short videos, 2-3 minutes for the most part, and just shows you different areas of where he's from. Usually they're ASMR videos, no narration or anything, and he does put up captions, you know, different areas, and I find them really enjoyable. You give me a choice between a 3-minute video and a 22-minute video, guess which one I'm going for. I appreciate it. Sometimes when you got something to do and you just want to have a video on while you're doing it, those longer videos are good. It depends who's made them and what the subject is, and we all got different needs. So way out here is the Lydia Ann Lighthouse. I think this rail here is new because, well, I'll show it to you first and then I'll complain about it. I think this guardrail right here is new because you used to be able to drive out to the end and see some of the old pilings where the railroad tracks were. They used to have little railroad train lines all the way from Aransas Pass out to the port area. And that's how they would unload the ships back in the day. There's some good looking cactus out there. And again, guys, my apologies about the wind. Don't complain to me, complain to the Lord. Got us turned around. So this is about where we came in and made a right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vehicles, so people are out fishing somewhere. Looks like you can launch kayaks from here as well. Dangerous channel, watch for boats, danger, life jackets required. I don't see any trailers though, like as if people had boats. I don't really see anyone fishing. That's weird. They do have picnic tables, some of them old, some of them look brand new. They added some. I always like when I see improvements, but sometimes improvements aren't a good thing. There's 2 little elevated bird watching areas that really so they're handicap accessible. It's a ramp. There's no benches or anything up there. The one in Rockport has benches. I haven't gone up there in a while. Yeah, the one in Rockport has benches, and then the free binoculars that you can put out, and it's that you can look through, the permanent ones. And I think that would be worth doing in a video, right? We could do that on a hot sunny day. Go get in the shade, and then it ends right down there. And there's a second little exit here. This might be better paved than the first one. I don't know if this is one way or, but that's pretty narrow. We'll have to see what these signs say. Well, we're not going to be able to do that. My neck don't work like that. My neck does not go 180 degrees behind me. Something's coming, but it's way down there. There's my wheelchair. There's a guy on a bike. Wasn't he there when we came down this way? He seems okay. He's texting the hell out of something, so he's got the ability to call for help if he might be heading to work to Port Aransas. Again, a little bit of vibration on the road. Hopefully the stabilization in my iPhone will take care of it. Sun is fighting to come out. We're back on 361 heading in the opposite direction. So I'm going to have to look at my schedule and plan some overnights in Port Aransas. It's really hard when you're constantly my time is not my own. It should be, and I need to start making it my own. But there's a shark on top of that trailer. Yeah, I was able to. So I still haven't seen a cardiologist since I got out of the hospital. I had, I don't know if I've said this on the channel, but I had a cardiologist appointment that I had to cancel about a month ago, 3 weeks, a month ago. My older brother passed away, and then 10 days, 2 weeks ago, my older sister passed away, and we were not particularly close. Matter of fact, I haven't talked to my brother since 2001, maybe. And what is that? That is a big Turkey vulture. Okay. And I haven't talked to my sister much in the last 7 years. Once you let people know that the First Bank of Dennis is closed, you won't hear from a lot of them anymore. So that's about all I have to say about that. I hope they find peace where they are at now. But I don't really need any condolences or sympathy. We weren't really close, but I was contacted by cousins who let me know they passed. And I have really good memories of my cousin. I was telling my cousin this. My one Uncle George was a police officer, and I talked about him in the past, for the Upper Darby Police Department, and his wife was Mary Lou, and they had 3 girls and a boy. They probably lived about 20 minutes, 30 minutes from where we lived in Pennsylvania, and I remember going to their house quite often and having a good time there. It was just fun to run amok with other kids, you know, roughly my age, and I'm still friends with them on Facebook, and it's nice to see what they're up to. But my Uncle George was my he's passed now, was my mom's brother, and he was a cop back in the day where if someone needed to go to the hospital, you grabbed them and threw them in the police car and drove them to the hospital. And there was a plaque, and I'm going to have to ask my cousins what the number is. There was a plaque at the Upper Darby police station because he delivered the most babies for any policeman at the station, and it was like a lot. I'm sure it's increased every year since I was first told it, but I think he was a good man, and I always had a good time visiting him. Let's go straight. We either need to go cook something for breakfast or buy a taco. And it's South Texas, so I'm thinking we should invest $3 and buy a taco. Aransas Pass has some nice areas, and I'd really like this little stretch of road that we're going to make a right on. They have it all landscaped. Some really nice older homes here in Aransas Pass as well. Plus, Mary lives in Aransas Pass. Good morning, Mary. Gary lives in Aransas Pass. Good morning, Gary. I jokingly refer to Gary as the Eggman because I know like 4 guys named Gary, and Gary has chickens and has brought me eggs in the past before. So unfortunately, Gary is the Eggman. There's a bunch of fire trucks out. Wonder what's going on. They had a bunch of fire trucks at Rockport Beach last night. I would say this is some type of open house or something going on here, because I see 3 or 4 rescue vehicles, fire trucks, all with their lights on. Let me ask my resident fireman, Calvin, what the hell's going on over there in Aransas Pass with the fire department? City Hall, police department, and fire department all in one. One-stop shopping. I'm sure they're having some type of event. I do like doing the driving videos, but I also like focusing on just little segments of an area. They've made some changes right along here as well. I am really hungry, and I shouldn't be because I ate dinner last night at like 6 o'clock, 6:30, and it's only 9:15 right now. But if I go back to Rockport and set up and cook breakfast, it's going to be like another 90 minutes, 2 hours before I eat. And I'm starting to get a little hangry right now. Red light. What do you call an apology written in dots and dashes? What do you call an apology written in dots and dashes? That's called remorse code. Remorse code. Oh, that was painful. I think even the goat choked a little bit on that one. We're going to go to my favorite taco place, and I don't know the name of it. There's that new place over in Ingleside. Maybe we need to go there for our next drive. Greg and I went there. Greg said they were good, and Greg's Mexican, so I trust his judgment. I'm going to trust the Irish people for whiskey and Mexican people for tacos. Is that racist? Probably. Probably. I trust white people for the taste of mayonnaise. If you want to know what the good mayonnaise is, ask white people. What is this place? Taqueria Hacienda de Pueblo. Why can't I remember that? It just rolls off the tongue. Taqueria Hacienda del Pueblo. We're gonna go with my basic. Can I get through here today? Let's see, what do we got today? There's a guy with a hand truck. Buddy, am I screwing you up? I think I'm screwing you up. Hello, ma'am. Can I get a bacon, egg, and cheese taco? Just one.
Bacon, egg, and cheese?
Please.
Okay, what else?
That's it, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, now see if I can get through here without wiping out the ramp. Okay, we're gonna go this way. Ooh, we did it. Let me see if I'm gonna hit the curb here. Okay. I'm gonna pull up and get my taco, and I'll show it to you guys in a minute, and we'll wrap up this sumbitch. Well, I'm saying the cheese is definitely melted. Bacon, egg, and cheese. $4.19. We're winning so much. This used to be $3, but eggs have gone up. We're gonna put the hot sauce on it. And now we're gonna give it a try. Well, I told you I didn't shave yet. This tortilla is kind of toasty, crispy. It hasn't been sitting in a steam tray. It's so good. It's so good. Tortilla makes all the difference. Delicious. Thanks for riding along today, guys. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Thanks for watching.